Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Pistol, there's a story in Washington State about a gap in security related to rail cars and sulfuric acid and other powerful corrosives that can release toxic vapors. I don't know if you've read or seen about this, but basically a train left idle but running for 6 hours, I guess unattended, at least physically unattended. So that brings up a couple of questions. What can TSA do to work with the Federal Railroad Administration to make sure that there aren't these kind of gaps in security in the system?
Thank you, Senator. Yes, I understand the FRA has initiated investigation based on that to see what safety issues were addressed. Obviously, our focus is on security from the standpoint of is what's on that train considered a toxic inhalation hazard? Is something that could be used by terrorists as a weapon, if you will, against our people. And so we've worked very closely with the rail industry, and in fact, over the last 2 years, they, with our strong support and encouragement, have reduced the toxic inhalation hazard in urban areas, which is the primary hazard, by over 90%. And by doing simple things such as securing the locomotive through various means, not parking the trains overnight, for example, just within a half mile of here, the Capitol. So not leaving those rail cars with toxic inhalation hazards in them close by where they could be used as some type of weapon. So that's been a positive. I know a little bit about the situation. It's basically what I've read. So we will work with FRA to make sure that those type of situations do not repeat.
So you do think it's a problem?
I think it's an issue that needs to be addressed both from a safety and security perspective, yes.
Okay, and then just that, that high threat urban area. I mean,
yes.
This is a picture of, Puget Sound and what that, definition looks like. Yeah. But in this particular case, this train was left 30 miles from a city of nearly 500,000 people. And I think Tacoma, which is right here, would take it kind of personally that they are left out of a high-threat urban area. So it's a very populous area, so you had to draw the line somewhere, but the notion that somebody could leave a train with those kinds of chemicals unattended in Tacoma would be shocking for people to find out. So I think this, too, needs to be addressed, this high-threat area and the materials that need further regulation. Both of those. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely, Senator. I'll look into those, and especially as it relates to Tacoma. If that is the way that the rules are written, I'll review those with our folks in FRA.
And I think in this case, the train was left outside of Spokane or not far from Spokane. So, I mean, I don't think Spokane qualifies for this either, and yet there's a lot of rail traffic that goes through there, and I think a lot of people in Spokane would say, wait a minute, we're not part of this protection. Right. So if you could
I will do that, Senator.
Answers, that'd be great. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Cantwell.